Your identity doesn't dictate your politics. Politics use your identity to dictate you. Hello everybody, welcome back. Today, it might be all over the place because there's just so much the issue entails that I might go off topic, but what I'm basically talking about is how politics generalize diverse groups of people and pick them one way or another way and group them on sides. Meanwhile, there is much diversity and issues within their said group and how complicated it is. The way politics construct it, the key word is construct. It's based on their power agenda to use you as a political symbol and say, oh, you're this way, you're on my side. And so we get it twisted and think this was in place before us. Being transgender was already a part of this system, and now it's just embedded in me to follow it. But no, it's the opposite way around. The Democratic Party right now uses that and makes me and targets me to become a Democrat because they're here for me and stuff like that. And so if you're against that, you can't be, because I'm telling you that we're not against you. People are diverse in their own sense. You don't have to abide by anyone's rules and regulations to be yourself and to hold certain beliefs. For example, I went to an LGBT center where I live to get my letter for testosterone, information on how to change my name, all this stuff, all these great resources, and has nothing to do with politics at all. But they offer groups and like trans groups or LGBT groups that you can attend to meet other people and have discussions. All of a sudden, instead of talking about actual discrimination or our personal experiences and stuff, suddenly we're on topics of abortion, immigration, government spending, government involvement, all these different political policies that have nothing to do with what we're supposed to be talking about. But since I'm transgender, now I have to have this stance on abortion, I have to have this stance on immigration, I have to have this stance on this and that now, because now that's the man-made logic that they put on you. And it's problematic when people don't all agree that way. And you have the right to not agree. And you might not believe it, but when you're talking to people, you might find that you actually have more things in common with them than you thought, because you were so concerned about the one thing you disagree on. It's just now everything has to be a politic, and everything about people is now politicized, and the things that are not really that deep become the biggest issues. Like being transgender, that's a very small population, but we hear it so loudly from the left and from people who claim that they're trans and they're not trans. But this gets overseen. Everybody like me gets overlooked because this is what is being washed over us, and this is how we're picked out to look. I don't fully believe everything the Republican Party does. I think there's a lot to be learned within their party and a lot to be learned with the Democratic Party, because the ones who attack you the most are the liberals. They're the ones that root you down and hold you to your exact words. Like famous people on Twitter and Instagram and everything like that, celebrities, they'll go through your whole background and try to find that one thing to bring you down if they don't like you, and hold you to the exact wording or twist your words somehow and take you down and call it hatred and arrogance, not arrogance, ignorance, arrogance, homophobia, and they'll scream all these things. But in reality, do you know what homophobia is? Do you know what discrimination really is? Because it's none of the things you're screaming about. Screaming out that a Make America Great Again hat is an act of violence, is an act of idioticness. because it's not. I thought we were really all here to fight against the real acts of violence towards LGBT people or the hate speech towards LGBT people. But now, in this day and age, everything is hate speech. No one's allowed to be funny. No one's allowed to have a sense of humor about things. Everybody has to be angry. You know how many Republicans and how many conservatives keep quiet because they can't say anything, because then they're afraid of being looked at as racist and evil and horrible, when most of them aren't like that at all. But they're not allowed to feel sorry for anyone who is on the left and is actually a real victim of hatred and stuff, because it won't matter, because the media won't show that. The media won't show people helping other people that are not like them. Notice how the media will show the racist, white supremacists and then show you the victims of the left, because that's the only image they want for you to have, as these people are evil and you are a victim. They don't show people changing their views, because that's not what sells. That's not what's going to get people riled up. That's not going to unite people. They want to keep it divided. You're not winning like that. They're winning. I don't know how me being trans automatically makes me get along with every trans person, every gay person, every lesbian, when there really is no correlation between them besides being discriminated against in some type of way. But we all have different personalities, all live through different experiences, but we're all labeled as a whole. Being LGBT is not a personality trait and is not a factor of a party. When people politic it that way, it's like that's all there is to you. Something the left doesn't want to hear from you is you say that I am not a victim. I am not going to be held down by a party that wants to hold me down. I'm going to thrive and be the best me that I can be. I'm going to live to my fullest, and no one's going to stop me, and no one's going to tell me what my path is and what my political party is and how I should behave and who I shouldn't like and who I need to target and who is targeting me. I'll make my own judgments. That's pretty much it for now. That was just my basic opinion on the basic grouping, and I'm definitely going to do more specific things. If you want me to cover something that you think or have a discussion, let me know. And that's it. See you next time.